Hiya, welcome once again to LSB Feaster's Radio Channel and Travel Corner, where great radio from the past lives. Today, WRKS-FM New York 98.7 KISS FM. Now, for almost a decade, WBLS was the only FM R&B in New York from the early 70s through the early 80s. But that all changed when WXLO, formerly known as 99X, decided they were going to change and become an urban station also back in early 1981. WXLO flipped to urban as WXLO FM 99, using the slogans "From the Streets" and "Street Level in the City." Now, the station had a little bit of an identity problem. Because it was known to New Yorkers as a top 40 station, 99X, it just had trouble getting the word that we are a different radio station now. So to clear up the confusion, RKO decided the station needed a new image and a new name. So they ditched WXLO FM 99. Station said, we're moving basically to 98.7, even though they had been there all along, but most people didn't know it. And in August 1981, new calls were chosen for the station, WRKS-FM, as they were at the time, and a new name chosen for the station as well, which was 98.7 KISS FM. So let's check it out. If you like what you hear, give it a thumbs up, and feel free to subscribe to the channel. And after you do, make sure you smack that bell. And when you do, you'll get updates whenever we upload anything new. So if you're ready, let's go back with WRKS-FM New York 98.7 KISS FM.
I'm searching for a love that's evermore.
98.7 KISS FM. Good morning. Who's this and where are you calling from?
This is Kathy Hamilton. I'm calling from the Bronx.
Hey. All right, Kathy, guess what?
Yeah.
We got a song to sing for you, baby. All right, Kathy. And it goes like this. Bomb, 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 bomb. Congratulations. Congratulations. Bomb, 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 bomb. Hey, Kathy. Hey, Kathy, I know you know the Wake Up Club is crazy, baby. But guess what? All of that nonsense, you know what that means? You're our 19th caller after hearing those Kiss lips. And that means you won this prize. And it's in the envelope here. And let's open it up.
What is it?
A Sony CD player with a 5-disc carousel, courtesy of Coca-Cola Classic. And also, Kathy, listen to this. You think that's great. Listen to this. You qualify for the Bahamas trip aboard the KISS FM party plane we've been talking about. I think that's pretty good. All right. Not bad for a phone call. Right, yep. Okay, Kathy. Listen, everybody else, we want you to keep listening for the sound of those Kiss lips to win during the 98 Days of Summer, only on what station, Kathy?
98.7 KISS.
Goodness. 7:37 now on the Wake Up Club.
That's a happy soul.
I'm telling you. Mass transit's on or close to schedule. Taking a look in Brooklyn, the inbound Gowanus northbound BQE combo is slow from the Verrazano Bridge to the Brooklyn Bridge with a disabled vehicle blocking the right lane. Southbound side is slow from the LIE south of Meeker Morgan Avenue exit, and that's due to center lane potholes. Now in Bergen County, New Jersey, northbound on Route 17, all lanes are closed in the area of East Saddle River Road, and that's due to a tractor trailer fuel spill. By the way, that area is the Paramus Ridgewood town borders. Alternate side of the street parking rules are in effect in all 5 boroughs. And this report is sponsored by 9X Mobile Communication. You know, 9X has this thing called voicemail service. You'll never miss another important phone call with voicemail. Find out more information about it at 1-800-292-VELL. I'm Wendy Williams, and I'll be dishing the dirt next on 98.7 KISS FM.
Lee jeans for men, the brand that fits. At Bradley's, we're saving never quits.
Of every recliner. Get the best living room values around tomorrow, 4 p.m. to 10 p.m. at Siemens Living Room Spectacular.
The price that's always right. See Siemens first.
98.7 KISS FM 740. 20 minutes before 8 o'clock as Wendy dishes the dirt for Wednesday, August 29th.
Well, happy birthday, Elliot Gould. He's 52 years old. And you know Robin Leach, host of Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous?
That's right.
Well, he's trying to perpetrate and saying that he's only 49 years old today. Yeah, right. Michael Jackson is 32.
Yeah, it is Mike's birthday today.
That's right. And speaking of Michael, you think of Janet. Well, you know, Janet saved herself and former child star Rodney Allen Rippey from from the clutches of a sleazy child pornographer when Janet was only 8 years old. Now, from what I understand, according to Rodney Allen Rippey, who, by the way, now is 21 years old, Rodney says that the pervert tried to get the two youngsters to pose partially nude after conning their mothers into leaving the children alone with him. Now, what had happened was they were kissing, and the guy was taking pictures, and then while the guy was reloading his camera for the fourth time, he asked Janet, would you please take off your top strap, like pull it down on your shoulder a little bit? And Janet said, no, and she started yelling for her mother. Well, at that time, the guy stayed cool, and he went outside, and he got the mothers and told them everything was going great, and the mothers never suspected a thing. So in actuality, what Rodney's saying is that Janet saved them both from becoming porn film stars.
That's wild.
Well, Clint Eastwood is quietly having a $15,000 hair transplant. And speaking of hair, Jason Hervey, he's one of the stars of The Wonder Years. He plays the older brother Wayne.
Right.
Well, he showed up for this season's shooting with his hair cut so short that it didn't even look like in the setting of The Wonder Years. So the producers were like, no, we will not have this. They were furious with him, and they gave him a hair weave. So in wrapping up, I just want to say happy birthday, Michael Jackson. He's 32. And Michael, for your birthday, I am giving you a day of no dirt for tomorrow morning. Life is rough without Sammy Davis Jr. And tomorrow morning, we'll check with Altavice Davis and find out what's been going on in her life. It's 7:42 on the Wake Up Club at 98.7 KISS FM.
It's Mike's birthday. I think we're going to give Michael Jackson a call next and wish Michael a happy birthday from everyone here at the Wake Up Club. 7:42. Good morning. This is KISS FM. 98.7 KISS FM. It's Michael Jackson's birthday today, and we're going to give Michael Jackson a good birthday cause. I think we got him right now. Hello?
Happy birthday to me. Woo! Happy birthday to me. Hello, who is this?
Hey, Mike, good morning and happy birthday.
Hi. Don't get any cute ideas about having a piece of my birthday cake. And I'm going to save my breath. I'm not going to blow out the candles on my cake because I don't want to spread any germs. Birthday cake is the only food that somebody blows their germs on.
Yeah, right.
And then everybody rushes to get a piece. Oh, gross. Gag me with a spoon.
Mike, this is Jeff Foxx from 98.7 KISS FM. We just wanted to call up and wish you a very, very happy birthday.
Well, thanks. And you didn't wake me up. I'm celebrating.
Yes.
I was going to celebrate by making me a drink, but
What's wrong, Mike? What's wrong?
I accidentally dropped the ice cubes, and I rinsed them off in hot water, and now I can't find them. Nothing's going right on my birthday. A guy from down the street named Leotis was going to play a guitar solo for me. He claimed to be an expert guitarist, so I handed him Tito's old guitar and asked him to play it. He said, okay, Mike, but what are the strings for? And doggone it, nothing's going right on my birthday. And do me a favor, Jeff, would you?
Yeah, Mike, anything.
Before you hang up, don't be like the other people who always call and ask me questions about whether or not I'll get married. Because one of my friends has had marital problems.
Yes.
2 unlucky marriages. And the problem is his first wife left him and his second one won't. So don't ever ask me about marriage.
I won't ask you about that, okay?
But happy birthday to me. Woo! Happy birthday to me.
Thank you, Mike.
Woo!
Have a good one, okay?
Bye.
Bye-bye.
KISS Wake Up Club.
98.7 KISS FM 752 on the Wake Up Club. And good morning. Good time to get your shout-outs in. You can call us 955-9870 or 1-800-525-9627 as we check our comment line responses this morning. Kenny, what's going on?
Okay, we've got, George. Is that George? George on the line from the Bronx. We're talking about the Michael Stewart case. George, you're on the line. Go ahead.
I don't think that $1.7 million can take the place of anybody's life. So to answer the question, no. And also, it smacks of hush money to me. We have to start doing a lot like the Mohawk Indians up in the Kanawaki province of Quebec, their sovereign territory, and start resisting these government attacks on our people, because they understand they're fighting for their survival, and I agree with that. We need to start fighting for ours. I'll tell you, I'm sort of tired of seeing black people die all the time. It's time to see some other people start dying.
Okay.
It's such a happy program.
Yeah.
This is a wonderful, happy show.
Well, at least you can speak your mind. I mean, some stations they don't let you talk. They do all the talking, and they really ain't talking loud, saying nothing.
That's true.
But we let you talk here. 955-9870, 1-800-525-9627. Sometimes you way to the left, others are way to the right, some right down the middle. Hello, Bernice Mitchell of Orange, New Jersey. We had a special note to say good morning to you this morning. Thank you for tuning in.
But the brother was like, that's pretty morbid.
What?
Time for somebody else to start dying.
Oh, my goodness.
Good morning. I mean, how do you say good morning after that? Time for somebody else to start dying. Well, thank you, my brother. Good morning.
You know what you say? You know what you say, Jeff? You say, moving right along.
Moving right along.
While we're alive. Moving on.
I heard that.
While we're alive, let's get out in traffic and kick that alive before we die.
7:54 now on the Wake Up Club.
Before we die.
I'm Wendy Williams with the traffic. Mass transit's on or close to schedule. And taking a look in the Bronx, westbound on the Cross Bronx Expressway ramp to the Major Deacon, there's a multi-vehicle accident blocking the right lane. Also watch for right lane flooding between Alexander Hamilton Bridge and the outbound George Washington Bridge. Expect delays today in the area of the Manhattan Bridge due to ongoing reconstruction of Flatbush Avenue. Only 3 lanes open in the area of Myrtle Avenue and Tillery Street. Also, 15 minutes coming in on the Holland and the Lincoln. George Washington Bridge is looking bad. A 30-minute delay. That's due to an earlier accident being clear. Also, watch for an accident on the northbound Harlem River Drive ramp to the outbound George Washington Bridge. Alternate side of the street parking rules are in effect in all 5 boroughs, and this report is sponsored by Tom McCann. The new fall look is in at Tom McCann. It's leather casuals at 25 to 30% off. Tom McCann, the shoes that fit the times. And good morning to Pat and Mike B in the service department at the Jeep store at Seaview Square in Ocean Township. Thanks for starting your day with the Wake Up Club on 98.7 KISS FM.
Held over due to overwhelming demand in the Beacon Theater. Gospel musical stage play, Mama Don't.
Mama! What are you doing out here fighting in the street with these hookers?
Mama Don't. A touching story about today's crack cocaine epidemic, the most devastating drug of our time. Mama Don't.
I'm hooked on crack cocaine.
It'll make you laugh.
Girlfriend, I told you, I be shy. Yeah.
And it'll make you cry. Mama finds the answer to her problems with a soul-stirring gospel musical message featuring an all-star choir, plus Lynette Hawkins of the Hawkins family, and the Reverend Rance Allen. Also, it's the Clark sisters. Mama Don't with an all-star cast. Starring Akuthua from the movie The Color Purple and Ernest Harden Jr. from the Jeffersons.
I owe my mama some money.
I don't care nothing about your mama. You smoke crack, you pay for it.
Mama Don't. Held over due to overwhelming demand through September 2nd in the Beacon Theater. Tickets available at all Ticketron locations. You can charge for tickets at 212-947-5850.
Martin Paint, your neighborhood home center. May I help you?
Oh, I say yes, indeed.
2 times. And isn't that nice? As long as you're coming to Kmart, don't forget the film.
98.7 KISS, 7:57, 3 minutes before 8 o'clock. Good morning, Ann Tripp.
Good morning, Jeff. It's 69 degrees and partly cloudy at 7:57. I'm Ann Tripp.
I'm Bob Slade. I'm Joe Bragg, the KISS News team.
And this newscast is sponsored by American Express MoneyGram. The family of graffiti artist Michael Stewart has been awarded a $1.7 million settlement in the wrongful death lawsuit they brought over his death 7 years ago. Michael Stewart was arrested by transit cops in 1983 after allegedly drawing some graffiti on the wall of an East 14th Street subway station, and he later died. The family charged he was beaten to death by those subway cops, and the evidence was covered up by then medical examiner Elliot Gross. The Transit Authority and the City of New York say that the settlement is no admission of guilt in the case. However, Hazel Dukes, who's president of the New York State chapter of the NAACP, says the size of the settlement is a clear acknowledgement of the defendant's responsibility. By the way, 6 of the 11 transit officers charged in that case were acquitted. Mayor Dinkins has instituted an investigation, meanwhile, into the latest black boycott of a Korean grocer in Brooklyn. This one's in the Brownsville section. The mayor says a panel will be looking into whether it's based solely on race and therefore in violation of law. Bob?
Well, the Statue of Liberty was closed down early yesterday. A group of protesters led by the Reverend Al Sharpton used the demonstration to draw attention to the plight of the homeless. It was made on the anniversary of Dr. Martin Luther King's I Have a Dream speech, was delivered on August 28, 1963. Reverend Sharpton and about 40 other people were given summonses after erecting 17 tents on the island and demanding New York City be renamed King City. Separately, black construction workers brought a honking line of trucks and backhoes to City Hall in a demand for jobs, more jobs. The Reverend Sharpton and independent gubernatorial candidate Lenora Fulani led the march of about 100 people down Broadway to Battery Park City. The Yonkers City Council will appeal federal judge Leonard Sand's order requiring the city to give up a parcel of land for low-income housing. Sand ordered the city on July 29th to give land to a development company so it could build 148 public housing units in 5 sites in Yonkers. But D. Barbato, the public information officer for Yonkers, said the homes are to be built with federal government funds and money raised by deluxe developers. Barbato said that the council will appeal the recent order to turn over the title on the grounds that the city will have lost its land for nothing should Deluxe go bankrupt.
47 women and children who fled the U.S. Embassy in Kuwait back in the U.S. this morning, sad but finally safe.
To ward against the danger around them, the embassy wives and kids turn to each other.
We learn to know each other, to care for each other, and we became a big family.
That is Luz Marina Colwell, wife of the U.S. consular officer for Kuwait. Now back in the U.S., that big family faces a tough, frustrating ordeal, waiting for a resolution to the Iraq conflict, waiting for their men to come home. I'm Rich Johnson in Washington.
In the 1970s, he was best known for his portrayal of Coffin Ed Johnson in 2 films, Cotton Comes to Harlem and Come Back Charleston Blue. He is dead today at the age of 60. His name is Raymond St. Jacques. He died of cancer in Los Angeles. According to the people at the Cedars-Sinai Medical Center, Jacques died yesterday. He'd been treated for cancer of the lymph gland since entering the hospital on July 30th. Some of the other films he appeared in included The Evil That Men Do, If He Hollers, Let Him Go, The Green Berets, as we mentioned before, Cotton Comes to Harlem. Raymond St. Jacques, dead at the age of 60.
Coming up with sports and weather after this.
Honey, my brother just called long distance.
How much is it going to cost us this time?
He haven't said it was going to cost anything.
I don't believe it.
This time he knows his new invention will work.
I don't believe it.
No, really.
Oh, yeah? Just like the boneless chicken farm idea? I don't believe it.
All he needs is 3 truckloads of oatmeal.
Oatmeal? I don't believe it.
And the money from us to pay for it in 30 minutes.
Oh, I don't believe it.
Or they can dump it here.
I believe it. Looks like it's time for American Express MoneyGram right now.
When it's time to wire money quickly, it's time for American Express MoneyGram, the fast, safe, and reliable service to wire money. With American Express MoneyGram, your money gets to over 8,000 locations across the United States in 10 minutes or less. And now until September 4th, 1990, you can send up to $500 for only $10. Yes, $10 guaranteed. Call 1-800-MoneyGram for details. That's 1-800-MoneyGram.
American Express MoneyGram. I believe it.
Available only at participating locations through September 4th, 1990. Other restrictions apply.
On the Mets beat the Padres 4-0. Pittsburgh Pirates were shut out by Atlanta 9-0. The Mets trailed the Bucks by 2 in the National League East. The Yankees 11-3 winners over Baltimore.
KISS weather, partly cloudy, warm, humid today. A chance of showers and thunderstorms until late this afternoon. The high today, 88 degrees. Right now, 69 degrees outside, 8:02 in the morning. I'm Ann Tripp for the KISS News Team. This newscast has been sponsored by American Express MoneyGram with Ken Webb and Jeff Foxx on WRKS-FM New York. It's the Wake Up Club on 98.7 KISS FM.
98.7 KISS FM, 6 minutes after 8. 8:06, and it's time to...
Yeah, my name is Anthony. I'm calling from Manhattan. I would like to shout out to LaShawn Harton at 20th Precinct and everybody. I say hello.
Okay, my name is Javier. I want to dedicate this to my sweetheart, Brandy. This is KISS FM 98.7.
Hi, my name is Deborah Orman from Queens Village, and my niece Ashley wants to say, "Wake up, Mommy."
This is Melissa. I'm calling from South Norwalk. I would like to give a shout-out to my girl, Dessa, my daughter, Shaquana, and my boyfriend, Tony.
Oh, thank you. Always great hearing from you guys in the morning. Sure enough, make my day. 7 minutes after 8:07. Let me tell you about your day, if you don't know. Cloudiness, warm, humid, chance of thunder showers, high 90. Right now, 67 degrees. Got the backwards Odie coming up in just a few minutes on the Wake Up Club here at 98.7 KISS FM. Get there safely this morning. 98.7 KISS FM, 10 minutes after 8:10 right now as we check the traffic as it flows with Wendy Williams.
Mass transit's on or close to schedule this morning. Taking a look in Manhattan, you know there's sporadic lane flooding southbound Harlem River FDR Drive combo. Things are slow from the 130s to 110 and then from the 80s to the 60s. Don't forget in Bergen County on northbound Route 17, watch for center lane construction in the area of the Garden State Parkway. Then all lanes are reopened in the area of East Saddle River Road where that disabled tractor trailer spilled fuel all over the place. Alternate side of the street parking rules are in effect in all 5 boroughs, and this report is sponsored by Maxwell House Coffee. It's delicious. It's instant coffee. It smells, it tastes like fresh ground coffee blended with those delicious Colombian beans. Better beans make better coffee, and that's why the Wake Up Club loves Maxwell House. It's 11 minutes after 8, 8:11 on the Wake Up Club at 98.7 KISS FM.
Here comes the backwards Odie.
Listen as Diet Barks presents the Root Beer Chronicles.
Oh, why me?
You want to tell me about it?
Well, Doctor, I've been feeling stressed out lately, all bottled up.
I can see that. What do you do for a living?
I'm a Diet Barks root beer.
Uh-huh. Interesting.
Well, it is. I'm supposed to be the best tasting diet drink around.
So what's the problem?
Well, Barks is so sure I'm the best tasting diet drink, they'll pay people triple their money back if they try me and don't agree.
Triple their money back?
Well, you can see the pressure I'm under. I'm Diet Barks root beer. I've got to be great sip after sip, gulp after gulp. Other diet drinks don't have this kind of stress. What do you think?
I think you're fine.
If you're not crazy about Diet Barks, we'll triple your money back. Up to a $5 limit. Send proof of purchase to address on label. Try Diet Barks root beer.
Barks Root Beer and French Vanilla Cream Soda are now available at Wallbombs, Grand Union, Key Food, Food Emporium, Finest, and Associated. Try Barks, the root beer with bite.
They were powerless the moment they entered.
Ted, it's so
small.
Yes, and there's no
pickup.
Yes.
Let us out of here! And then there was Tracer.
Tracer?
Tracer?
Yes, Mercury Tracer. The all-new small Mercury with more room inside than Civic, Sentra, Corolla, or Prism.
There must be 100 cubic feet in here.
103 cubic feet.
Close, honey.
And Tracer LTS comes with a 16-valve, 1.8-liter dual overhead cam engine, which means it really moves. Check out the all-new Mercury Tracer sedan. It's, nothing to be afraid of.
98.7 KISS FM, 13 minutes after 8:13. Are you ready for this morning's backwards Odie?
I, Ken Spider Webb, in charge of the money.
How much money do you got, Ken?
I got, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 35, 40, 17, $50. $50. Hold on. Yeah.
Yes,
25.
Just about 50, huh?
No, let's see.
We'll check this one out, Ken.
Wendy, can you lend me 30 cents?
Well, while you get it together, here goes the backwards Odie.
To a quick 50.
Got it?
If Wendy gives me
only while he's counting that money, you get on that phone line, 955-870-1-800-525-9627. Be the first to pick it up, and you got yourself $39.75. 17 minutes after 8. 8:17 on the Wake Up Club. Good morning. 98.7 KISS FM, 21 minutes after 8, 8:21 on the Wake Up Club. We may have been talking over that backwards Odie when we were playing the backwards part. Maybe you didn't hear it, so we'll give you one more chance. This is it. That's it. Now I figured it out. Now it's a fair game. Now come and get the money. Hi, Wendy. How's it going?
Hi, it's 8:22 now on the Wake Up Club. This one is brought to you by DHL Worldwide Express. On the traffic scene in Queens. Westbound on the Long Island Expressway is slow from the fairgrounds, about a quarter of a mile west to the Queens Boulevard exit area. That's due to a disabled vehicle in the center lane. Also, we're taking a look at the Lincoln and the Holland Tunnel. About a 15-minute delay coming into the city. The George still has that messy 30-minute delay. Also, watch as you come off the George for an accident. That's northbound Harlem River Drive ramp to the outbound George Washington Bridge. Also, you're going to want to avoid the New York State Thruway in Yonkers today. There's going to be intermittent full closures for about 10 minutes apiece with construction going on. The full closures will remain in effect until Thursday. Alternate side of the street parking rules are in effect in all 5 boroughs today. And once again, this traffic report is brought to you by DHL Worldwide Express. It's 8:23 on the Wake Up Club at 98.7 KISS FM.
The one. Today's the one. A&S one-day sale. The one you wait for. The one for everyone. The one for women, kids, home. The one day to save 25 to 50% on every floor, every store, everywhere you look. Today's the one. A&S one-day sale. The one with sales, specials, breaks. Today's the one. A&S one-day sale. The one with 25 to 50% savings, specials, breaks, store-wide, floor-wide. Today's the one. The one. The one. The one for everyone. A&S one-day sale. It's the terrific one.
We are a family, like a giant tree, branching out toward the sky. We are a family.
Welcome, New York City's first real family store, Gaetano & Company, for fashion, fun, and families, featuring clothing and accessories for everyone. Gaetano & Company, where the family shops. Now get a free Gaetano & Company backpack valued at $28, yours with every $35 or more purchase. Gaetano & Company, bring your family to 34th Street and Broadway. Family. And here's my sister and Tripp.
Yo, brother.
What's up, girl?
What's up? What it is? What's up? What it is? What's up?
Yeah.
Another commercial. Okay. The KISS News team working on several news stories for 50. Ken, thanks.
Talk
Mayor,
to me.
All right. Mayor Dinkins, first of all, has ordered an investigation into the latest boycott of a Korean greengrocer, and I'll tell you why at 8:50. The Michael Stewart case has been settled to the tune of $1.7 million. Of course, that's the center of our KISS comment line question this morning. I'll have the particulars on that for you. There is some hopeful news today regarding those missing in action in Vietnam. I'll tell you about that. And I'll tell you why singer Paula Abdul's got her nose out of joint at MTV. You're going to want to hear this one. All that and more at 8:50, Bob.
Now, the city wants to get out of that deal it made with EMS workers to protect them from Rikers Island jail guards. We'll have more on that story for you. Sammy Davis Jr.'s widow, Altaviz, denies the late entertainer died broke. We'll also have that story as well. On the local scoreboard, baseball action, Yankees 11-3 winners over the Orioles. And the Mets shut out the Padres behind David Cone by the score of 4-0. By the way, today is Michael Jackson's birthday. And being that it's Michael Jackson's birthday, not like hearing from a celebrity like Little Richard, who just loves Michael, thinks he's just a tremendous.
I'm shocked.
Yeah.
I'm stunned.
Yeah.
I think a whole lot of people are because he's so big. I've never seen nothing like Michael in my life. Michael.
There you go. That's Little Richard on Michael.
Leave it to Bob to find that.
Jackson's birthday today. By the way,
He's so big. He's so cute.
Ooh, Michael.
Ooh.
The part that got me, right?
He's so big. I've never seen nothing like Michael in my life. Michael.
There you go. Well, there you go. Michael is right in there.
Thanks.
Anytime.
For those of you who are interested in the weather still, it's going to be warm and humid, but cloudy today. A chance of showers and thunderstorms until late this afternoon. The high today, 88 degrees right now, 69 degrees outside at 8:27. I'm Ann Tripp for the KISS News team on 98.7 KISS FM.
98.7 KISS FM. Hello, who's on the line and where are you calling from?
This is Faye Beeman. I'm calling from Mount Vernon, New York.
Okay, Faye, nice to have you on the line. For $50 in cold KISS cash, can you give us the title and artist of the backward oldie?
Yes, You're Still a Young Man by Power of Power.
Okay, Still a Young Man, Tower of Power. All right. Congratulations, Faye. You won $50 in cold KISS cash.
Thank you.
Some of it is in coins. But anyhow, you got it all.
Oh, my God.
What's your favorite radio station?
Kiss, 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 kiss.
8:32, 28 minutes before 9 o'clock. Kiss FM Wake Up Club. You know, I don't know if you've noticed, Ken Webb and Tripp always kidding around with each other. Always seem to kid around all the time with each other. You know, I was thinking the other day, I wonder what they really think about each other. Oh, wait a minute, here they come right now.
Hi, Ann. How you doing?
Fine, Ken. How about yourself?
Oh, okay. Gee, you're looking well today.
What I really want to say is, you look rag-picked. You look like your clothes were thrown on you with somebody's pitchfork.
Thanks, Ken. Just something I picked up. By the way, how's the family?
What I really want to say is, how are all those children he's got? He's got enough to play Webb versus Webb on Family Feud.
Oh, they're all doing just fine. And by the way, Ann, how did you enjoy your trip to Atlantic City last weekend?
What I really meant was, I heard she drove through the Lincoln Tunnel and got lost for 5 hours in Jersey. And she never did get to Atlantic City.
Oh, I had a wonderful time in Jersey. By the way, Ken, I enjoy working with you, you know? I especially like your time checks. They always keep me on time.
What I really wanted to tell him was, he can't tell time worth one good hoot. And I wish he would get rid of that cheap 1952 Captain Video timepiece he wears around his neck looking like Flavor Flav. Yuck.
Well, I guess it's time for your next newscast, and I better get back to my desk.
Finally got through that one.
Okay, see you later.
You know, outside of that rinky-dink watch setup, he's not a bad guy. I know what to get him for Christmas, though.
Goodbye.
I guess what I really meant to say was, when you really get down to it, she really does dress for comfort and appeal. Hey, hey, hey. And Tripp. Woo!
Yeah, I wonder what they really think about each other. 8:35, we'll check traffic next.
Music to make you move.
Make you dance. Kiss FM always in the mix with the music. Brings down the house. Friday night at 6. It's another first, another exclusive. Kick off your weekend with Kiss. It's the mix at 6. New York Slam and Dance Jam. Host up your weekend. The Friday night mix at 6 on 98.7 Kiss FM.
All right now, 8:35 right now. Wendy, how's it going?
Well, it's 8:35 and mass transit's on a close to schedule this morning. As a note to you, you want to remember that the westbound on the Cross Bronx Expressway ramp to the Major Deacon is still hectic. There's a multi-vehicle accident going on in the right lane. Then watch for sporadic lane flooding. That's between the Alexander Hamilton Bridge and the outbound George Washington Bridge. There's sporadic lane flooding going all over the town today, right? Alternate side of the street parking rules are in effect in all 5 boroughs. And this report is sponsored by 9X Mobile Communication. Your portable phone is only as good as your cellular system, so don't sell yourself short. Get on the 9X system today, and I'm Wendy Williams with traffic on 98.7 Kiss FM.
Joe Greg, nice shot. Too bad your face isn't as smooth as you get.
Oh, come on, Les, don't start at me, man. I get these bumps every time I shave.
It must make life off the court rough.
I just don't know what it is.
Greg, it's called razor bumps, man. The medical name is pseudofolliculitis Barbie.
Pseudo what?
Never mind. It's razor bumps. A lot of brothers suffer just like you. Because when a razor cuts curly hair, sometimes it curls right back into the skin. Boom, bumps.
Hey, you sound like you got the answer.
You know it. Craig, my brother, you got to start using Magic Cream Shave.
That's the deal, huh?
Yes, sir, bud. Magic Cream Shave removes your beard without a razor. No razor, no bumps. You hear what I'm saying? And your face will finally be as smooth as you can.
Cool, I'm with that.
So get it. Now let's get back out there and show these boys how to go through the hoop. Magic Cream Shave. Pre-mixed, so there's no mess, and it smells good, too. Remember, there are no miracles for razor bumps. Only magic.
May cause skin irritations. Do not use if skin is tender or severely irritated. Follow directions carefully.
Due to overwhelming demand in New York, the gospel musical stage play Mama Don't is being held over. Listen to what they said in Los Angeles.
The singing is excellent. It's awesome.
In Detroit.
Oh, God, I've never seen anything so enjoyable in all my life.
In Chicago.
It's a stroke and a plus for black theater in America.
In Cleveland.
Hey, Mama Don't is what's happening.
St. Louis.
It made me laugh. It made me cry. It makes me want to come back again tomorrow night.
In Atlanta and Philadelphia.
I'll come back and see it again and again and again and again and again. Really.
Mama Film starring Akufua from the movie The Color Purple, Ernest Harton Jr. from the Jeffersons, Lynette Hawkins from the Hawkins family, the Reverend Rance Allen, and the Clark Sisters. Mama Don't, due to overwhelming demand, has been held over in the Beacon Theater through September 2nd. Tickets available at all Ticketron locations. You can charge tickets at 212-947-5850. For group sales, call 212-265-4700.
Scanning the stars, perusing the planets, from the heights of the heavens to the depths of the Caribbean Sea. Ladies and gentlemen, Mama Montego.
Hello, darling. Well, we have a new tennis star, Malavia Washington. What a something the other day, how he beat out the great Ivan Lendl. Of course, you know, quick, everybody run out and start talking about Lendl was having a bad day. And he was in traffic jam and all sort of excuse. I suppose it was a shock for the star boy to get beat. But the greatest shock wasn't get beat by an unknown black fellow. You see? Tennis is supposed to be one of the high-class white game. Of course, you know, we have had Arthur Ashe and Althea Gibson and Yannick Noah and, of course, little Zena Garrison. But in general, it seemed to be an unusual thing for too many black stars to come out of tennis. We're not talking basketball now. So I suppose certain people get surprised. All I want to say is congratulations to this young fellow, Malavia Washington. Keep on pushing, darling. And to you youngsters, do not let this race foolishness stop you from becoming anything you want. Even if you want to go play hockey, figure out a way to do it. If you want to become an astrophysicist, figure out how to do that and work hard towards it. A lot of these old stereotypes have to tumble down now. And we need role models for all of our youth in all works of life and in all games and sports. Take care, darling. Walk good.
98.7 KISS FM as we wrap up the comment line for this morning, which was a very heated comment line, Kenny.
Yeah. It's got kind of rough this morning. Everybody's focusing in on this $1.7 million settlement. I have Millicent on the line. She's going to be our final commenter this morning. Millicent, you're on the air. Go ahead, sweetheart.
$1.7 million would not take the place of that child. No amount of money would ever take the place of a child. And I think they should have gotten rid of those people in the transit authority. That would have been the best thing, because now they're out there to do it again.
Okay, thank you very much, Millicent. You can join us every morning on our KISS FM comment line where we let you speak your mind, 955-9870, 1-800-525-9627. And this morning we were talking about the Michael Stewart case, the outcome of it, the settlement, and so forth. And our audience basically says that that kind of money cannot possibly bring that person back. And really, it's no comparison. And we appreciate all your sincere comments. Even had one of the graffiti artists. The first graffiti artist I ever spoke to, because those guys are like to win. You never see them.
You
see what they do. And we talked to him, and he even felt the same way. So thank you very much for your comments. Don't forget to join us tomorrow. Our time is 10 minutes and, 52 seconds before the hour.
My goodness, it's flying fast this morning. So, Wendy, what are you going to do when you get out of here? Going to breakfast?
Oh, go to breakfast. I've already had breakfast.
Done for today.
Oh, yes. I'll be having lunch a little bit later on in the day. You know, I'm on the Nutrisystem weight loss program. I've lost 17 pounds, and I have a letter here I'd like to read. I read it a little bit earlier, but just in case you missed it. Dear Wendy, I met you about 7 weeks ago at a Nutrisystem location in the Bronx where you were doing a van appearance. I'm the lady who won the raffle for the free Nutrisystem membership. Thank you. My life has changed for the better. I've lost 21 pounds and several inches, all in the right places. I've been fighting fat all of my life, and I've tried tons of diets. Nutrisystem is on the money. I've truly succeeded where diets fail me. Well, you know, one thing about Nutrisystem, oh, by the way, the letter is from Carol Parker of the Bronx, and she's my Nutri-sister. Congratulations, Carol. You know, Jeff, one thing about Nutrisystem is that it's not a diet, it's a weight loss program. Mm-hmm. They teach you how to revamp your eating style. And like so many Nutrisystem participants, you drop weight like this. If you'd like to get on the Nutrisystem weight loss program like Carol and myself, why don't you join at 1-800-321-THIN. There are over 80 Nutrisystem locations throughout the New York metro area. And the latest one is right here in the city on Park Avenue. That's 1-800-321-THIN. Nutrisystem succeeds where diets fail you.
Well, thank you, Wendy. We'll check news with the KISS FM news team next.
Honey, my brother just called long distance.
How much is it going to cost us this time?
I haven't said it was going to cost anything.
I don't believe it.
This time he knows his new invention will work.
I don't believe it.
No, really.
Oh, yeah? Just like the boneless chicken farm idea? I don't believe it.
All he needs is 3 truckloads of oatmeal.
Oatmeal? I don't believe it.
And the money from us to pay for it in 30 minutes.
Oh, I don't believe it.
Or they can dump it here.
I believe it. Looks like it's time for American Express MoneyGram right now.
When it's time to wire money quickly, it's time for American Express MoneyGram, the fast, safe, and reliable service to wire money. With American Express MoneyGram, your money gets to over 8,000 locations across the United States in 10 minutes or less. And now until September 4th, 1990, you can send up to $500 for only $10. Yes, $10 guaranteed. Call 1-800-MoneyGram for details. That's 1-800-MoneyGram.
American Express MoneyGram. I believe it.
Available only at participating locations through September 4th, 1990. Other restrictions apply.
Lee jeans for men, the brand that fits. At Bradley's, where saving never quits.
We've been hanging at the beach all summer long. It's time to rap this back-to-school song. We volunteered and now we're bound
to show us freshmen girls around.
That is why my homeboys and me went to Bradley's for jeans by Lee. Don't have to be math scholars to see they're a deal.
Under $20. Lee jeans for men, the brand that fits. At Bradley's, where saving never quits. The look of those Lees will get a girl's attention, but that's not all. Don't forget to mention
pre-wash, pepper wash, 5-pocket styling. The all-cotton comfort keeps the guy smiling. The right fit, the right finish, the right brand Lee. Under $20 fits our plan to a T.
So fellas, if you want to look cool, let Bradley's send you back to school. Lee jeans for men, the brand that fits. At Bradley's, where saving never quits.
Now let me get this straight.
Okay.
Hyundai's Drive for $1 million clearance is on now.
Right.
Because Hyundai's about to sell its 1 millionth car.
Correct.
And nobody's ever sold 1 million cars so quickly?
Not even close.
Okay, Smarty. How did they do it?
With great values, like the Excel 3-door. It comes with a powerful fuel-injected engine, independent suspension, and power front disc brakes. And during the Drive for $1 million clearance, you can add a 4-speed automatic transmission, air conditioning, tinted glass, and an AM/FM stereo cassette system with 4 speakers.
Wow.
And it's only $7,204.
Oh, that's a lot of car for the money.
I think we're onto something here.
Price is MSRP after $500 rebate, including automatic transmission, air conditioning, stereo cassette, and Excel package, and excluding freight, taxes, title, and other options. Dealer price may vary. Quantities are limited. All models may not be available at all locations.
For a free brochure on the fastest million seller ever, as well as the location of the Hyundai dealer nearest you, dial 1-800-826-CARS. Call today.
I know a place where we can go, where the palm trees sway and the breezes blow. Down to the island, down by the sea. Hey now, baby, won't you go with me? Breezer, it's a party place. Bacardi Breezer, such a cool, cool day. Bacardi Breezer, it's an island thing. Breezer, it's the taste.
New Bacardi Breezer, a splash of Bacardi rum, a touch of sparkle, and 4 outrageous flavors you gotta try.
The heat of the sun feels so nice. It's about time for something cool on ice. Hot white sands underneath my feet. A tall, cold breezer is so hard to breathe. Breezer, it's an island thing. Bacardi Breezer, it's the taste.
Bacardi Breezer rum specialty, 4% alcohol by volume. Bacardi imports Miami, Florida, exclusively in liquor stores.
98.7 KISS FM, 6 minutes before 9 o'clock. And Tripp, how you doing?
How are you? It's 71 degrees and partly cloudy at 8:54. I'm Ann Tripp.
I'm Bob Slade. I'm Joe Bragg, the KISS News team.
Mayor Dinkins has ordered an investigation into the latest Korean fruit store boycott, this one in the Brownsville section of Brooklyn, and the mayor explains what the panel will be checking to see.
To consider whether or not there's been a violation of the state executive law, section 296, 13, which says, among other things, that it shall be an unlawful discriminatory practice for any person to discriminate against, boycott, or blacklist, or refuse to buy from, sell, or trade with any person because of race, color, or national origin.
In other words, if the action is shown to be based solely on race, it will be illegal, the mayor says, and stopped completely. A federal judge has approved a $1.7 million settlement in the wrongful death suit brought by the family of Michael Stewart, the young graffiti artist who died mysteriously while in police custody in 1983. The transit authority says the money does not amount to an admission of guilt in the case, but others says it does, including Hazel Dukes, the head of the New York State chapter of the NAACP. She says the size of the amount obviously admits that they had some wrongdoing and guilt in the case. Bob?
Well, since striking prison guards beat up on EMS workers during their two-day walkout recently, EMS workers have been given a police escort to Rikers Island. The city tried to get out of that deal yesterday, but EMS workers balked, accusing the city of bowing to the pressure of the correction officers PBA and its leader Phil Seelig. Deputy Mayor Norman Steisel denied that the move to rescind the protection had anything to do with Phil Seelig. He tap-danced around it by saying city officials expressed concerns, but the EMS workers union vowed it would continue to ask for protection for members entering Rikers Island. The two largest postal unions and the U.S. Postal Service opened talks on a contract yesterday. The present contract expires November 20th. The Postal Service is trying to automate mail delivery, which has always been labor-intensive. $13 billion is budgeted for new technology in the next 5 years.
As the crisis in the Persian Gulf continues, there's apparently some hopeful news in the search for those missing in action in a former conflict, Vietnam.
After talks with the Vietnamese premier and other top leaders there, Senator Richard Lugar says they are prepared to work with any American groups trying to locate missing U.S. servicemen.
The foreign minister might have been overdramatic, but he said, if you have a rumor that there is a live American, he said, I'll give you a helicopter. And you can go out there today and find the person.
Lugar says Vietnam has carefully examined every set of remains turned in under a reward program, realizing such help is critical to achieve normal relations with the U.S. I'm John Bisney on Capitol Hill.
Sammy Davis Jr.'s widow says there's no truth to stories that her husband died broke. British and American tabloids have said Altaviz Davis and her 14-year-old son Manny were facing eviction from their home by the IRS. Her lawyer says alternative press reports about the IRS sweeping down and Mrs. Davis being emotionally very disturbed are totally untrue. The attorney estimates the Davis estate, including a mansion, antique guns, books, and jewelry, is worth up to $8 million.
Well, listen to this. According to the New York Post, singer Paula Abdul's refusing to appear on the MTV Video Awards next week. The rumor is it's because, are you really listening?
I'm listening.
It's because of her nose.
Her nose?
You see, Abdul, who, by the way, is nominated for 6 awards this year by MTV, is reportedly upset over MTV's recent airing of a part of a low-budget film that the choreographer-turned-singer made when she was only 14. In the film, apparently, Abdul's voice, for one thing, is not only tinny and nasal, but she's also fatter.
Ooh.
And looking at her now and then, they say it appears that Paula's undergone a Michael Jackson-type nose job. In other words, a trim. Now, this is the woman who says she doesn't know why people think she's black, because she isn't black. Well, she's your friend, Bob.
My friend, my friend.
You take up for her.
My name is Bennett, and I'm not in it. I don't know nothing.
All right, coming up with sports and weather after this.
My friend.
Private Johnson?
Yes, Sarge?
Some of the troops tell me you just snatched up that great little sports car that Corporal Needlemeyer put into one edge yesterday.
That's right, Sarge.
I don't believe it, soldier. How were you able to buy it so quickly if you don't get paid till Friday?
Oh, easy, Sarge. My parents loaned me the money for the down payment and wired it by American Express MoneyGram. I had it in 10 minutes.
I don't believe it.
Everything okay, Sergeant?
Well, good morning, Major. Private Johnson was just telling me about American Express MoneyGram.
Oh, American Express MoneyGram. I use that to send money to my daughter in college every month.
I believe it.
American Express MoneyGram, the fast, safe, and reliable service to wire money. With American Express MoneyGram, your money gets to over 8,000 locations across the United States in 10 minutes or less. And now until September 4th, 1990, you can wire up to $500 for only $10. Yes, $10 guaranteed. Call 1-800-MoneyGram for details. That's 1-800-MoneyGram.
American Express MoneyGram. I believe it.
Available only at participating locations through September 4th, 1990. Other restrictions apply.
I got to go back to that Paula Abdul video. Now, this is a movie she made when she was 14?
When she was 14, and she was apparently a nice little tub of lard with a completely different voice and a completely different nose. And her voice, they've always said, well, they think that her voice is overdubbed and that she does tricks to make her voice sound good. And in this particular movie, apparently, I haven't seen it now, but it's been on MTV.
Oh, they've shown it on. Yeah.
They've shown it on MTV, and apparently her voice sounds very nasal and really terrible, and she's fat. And, she's very short anyway, so she can't be so fat, Can't carry that weight now. And apparently her nose is, really, really different.
So
really different.
She had a Janet Jackson nose job.
Michael Jackson.
Oh, Michael Jackson did. Janet had one, too, now. I was watching, was it Good Times? That's what Janet, she don't look the same anymore. All right, on that scoreboard, the Yankees look like a different team now. They're starting to stroke that ball. They beat Baltimore 11-3, and the Mets over the Padres 4-0.
Kiss weather, partly cloudy, warm and humid. A chance of showers and thunderstorms until late this afternoon. The high today around 88 degrees. Right now, 71 degrees outside, 9 o'clock in the morning. I'm Ann Tripp for the Kiss News Team. This newscast brought to you by American Express MoneyGram with Ken Webb and Jeff Foxx on WRKS-FM New York. It's the Wake Up Club on 98.7 Kiss FM.
This is the right time.